Hello traders, hello everyone. We are live here today for another live trading session, live webinar. Please take a short moment to read the risk disclaimer before we'll start and before we'll talk about the Forex pairs, about commodities, about cryptocurrencies, about indexes. We'll start talking about our open positions, we'll manage our positions, and we'll make analyses. We'll try to find other trading setups. And please guys, confirm into the chat that you can hear me while you are reading the risk disclaimer. And also guys, I'm waiting for your messages, for your questions. If you want me to take a look on a specific market, on a specific Forex pair, or on any other asset. Great day today. Took the long signal on gold. Thank you so much. Yeah guys, we'll start and we'll talk about gold, but please confirm into the chat that you can hear me. And let's take a look on gold, guys. So we opened the long position on gold today, and let's take a look here on our real account, and I will move our stop loss right below this former low. One moment guys, and I will send you also the update into the VIP Telegram group. So let's place and let's move our stop loss from break even to 1838.40. So I will send, and I will also update the VIP Telegram group. So this it was our signal for today along in gold. This it was a VIP signal for today. So let's move our stop loss guys, so from break even to 1838.40 to secure 42 more pips here. Okay, and gold, as you can see here, is strongly bullish, and as you can see here in trading view, the price of gold has managed to jump again above 38.2, 1836, 36, and above this inside sliding line, which acts as a dynamic resistance. So stabilizing right above this sliding line will signal that the price of gold could continue to increase. And let's take a look also on the GBP versus the US dollar. We have a long position here as well from Friday. So this pair has increased aggressively after registering this aggressive breakout here above the former highs here. And let's manage this position as well, and let's move our stop loss from break even here. One moment, and I will update also, I will update also the VIP Telegram group, because this it was a VIP Telegram, a VIP signal as well. And thank you guys for all your messages. Yeah, we will talk about the Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc, also about the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Okay, so let's update also the VIP Telegram group. So move stop loss in GBP versus the US dollar at One moment, guys. 1.40 and 10. To secure some pips, guys, here as well in this long position. Secure 64 pips here, but most likely the price will reach and will hit our second take profit here. So these are our long positions here. Don't worry, guys, even if the price of gold will hit our stop loss, our position will close in profit. I've decided to move our stop loss here from break even to right below this immediate low, only because the volatility is really high in the short term. Maybe the US dollar will try a little to increase, to appreciate in the short term, so the DXY could jump higher a little in the short term. So that's why the price of gold could decrease a little after an important rally. So yeah, let's take a look here. So the price of gold has jumped above this dynamic resistance and now is trying to retest it. So if the price will register only a false breakout here above this sliding line, then it could decline a little. So that's why I've decided to manage our long position in gold, because our position in gold has reached its first target. So we already registered a nice profit today in gold. So that's why I've decided to secure more pips here in gold. If the price will continue to increase towards our second target, it's fine, or if the price will hit our stop loss, it's fine as well, because we locked in some profit, guys. So personally, I'm expecting here for the price to retest the sliding line, the upside sliding line. You can see here that the price has increased within this up channel between these two inside sliding parallel lines. I've told you here that this false breakdown here with great separation below this downside sliding line has signaled that the price of gold could jump higher in the short term. Yeah, guys, we'll talk about DAX as well, about the US 30, US 100, about silver, US oil. Thank you, guys, and thank you again for being here, from being live, for joining this live webinar. And also, guys, if you like our analysis, our services, signals, you can give us a like. You can like our video here. It will be very helpful into the YouTube. Okay, so the bias is still bullish here on gold, and if the price will stabilize right above 38.2, above this broken sliding line, then it will continue to increase towards our second target, guys. I will not show you here our second target, only because this it was a VIP signal, and also the price could continue towards R1 if it will stabilize right above this broken sliding line. And only another false breakout here, drop below 38.2 could signal a minor and a temporary decline here before the price will start increasing again. Okay, is there a way to have synchronized trading with Telegram signals? Yeah, we have a managed account, so if you want to take part of a managed account, you can email support and you will get more details, guys. Okay, so let's continue and let's move on with our long position in GBP versus the US dollar, and as you can see here, the price is almost to approach and maybe to reach our second take profit. Our initial take profit, our first take profit was reached here at 1.4041. So that's why I've decided here to move our stop loss right below this former low here to lock some profits, but this pair is strongly bullish and it could continue to increase in the short term. If the price will stabilize right above R2, then it could continue to increase, and we have an important upside target, an important resistance here at the upper medium line of the ascending pitchfork. So as I've told you in my previous live on Thursday guys, I have told you that an upside breakout from this pattern here, from this range here, a new higher high could activate a new bullish momentum here in GBP versus the US dollar. The price has escaped from this down channel, minor down channel. The price has failed here to come back to test and retest this downtrend line, so the bias was bullish, but we needed a confirmation here. So here we had the confirmation, this aggressive breakout, a new higher high here, breakout from this minor down channel, a new higher high, has signaled, has confirmed, has validated a further growth here in GBP versus the US dollar. So the price could, guys, reach our second take profit here, and I've placed the second take profit here only because the price could reach the upper medium line. Also, we have here a static resistance, guys, and don't worry about this temporary drop, because the pair decreases a little after the aggressive rally, but as you can see here, the DXY has registered an aggressive breakdown here below 90.85, below this first warning line of the ascending pitchfork. I've told you here that we have only a continuation pattern, an up channel between the 150% and the warning line, so this aggressive breakdown here has signaled a further decline, so the GBP versus the US dollar could continue to increase as long as the DXY will drop maybe towards S1, this weekly support, 89.80, and maybe towards 89.69, towards this former low here, guys. So the bias is still bearish here in DXY. Please analyze US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. The pair seems to be a major support level. Yeah, we will talk about US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Cheers from Brazil, mates. Yeah. Hi guys. Thank you for being here. Okay guys, so GBP versus the US dollar, and let's take a look again. Our long in gold has closed as the price has reached our stop loss with a nice profit as well, but don't worry guys about this one, because I really hope that we'll have a new long entry soon. This one, yeah, gold just hit stop loss, good profits today. Yeah team, this it was an intraday trade, and I've told you earlier and here that the price of gold is at resistance here. It has jumped above this upside sliding line, but we could still have a false breakout here, and the price could decrease a little in the short term if the DXY, if the dollar will try to appreciate, to rebound after its sell-off. So that's why it's risky to keep it right now here, but I really hope that we'll have a new long entry soon if the price will drop to retest the immediate support levels, or if the price of gold will consolidate here, will confirm this breakout here. So if the price will confirm this breakout here to stabilize right above this sliding line, then we may have a new long entry here on gold, and I will send you the buying signal, the new buying signal, into the VIP Telegram group, guys. So for those who are not VIP members, you can join our VIP Telegram group by accessing the link posted right below this video for only £35 a week, guys. So the bias is still bullish, but we really need confirmation here in gold before deciding to go long again. GBP versus the US dollar, guys, again. So maybe the price will stabilize right above this R2 weekly resistance and will continue to increase, and it could approach and reach our second target here in GBP versus the US dollar. GBP versus the US dollar, any chance to come down? The price could decrease a little in the short term, but it could register maybe only a temporary decline here. If it will maybe close below R2 to stabilize below it, something like this, maybe to retest, then it could decrease a little in the short term, but I will keep an eye on this position as well, don't worry, guys. And if we'll decide to close it, we'll close it in profit, don't worry. We are already, guys, in profit. One moment. So we secured, we locked in 62 pips here by placing our stop loss from break even right below this low. So personally, I still believe that the price could hit our target soon. Okay, so okay, let's move on, and I will answer to some of your questions. And yeah, we will talk about the euro versus the US dollar as well. Let's start with the Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc. Very quick here, and I will come back at the GBP versus the US dollar to take a look. Don't worry, guys, and I really hope that we can open trades also during this live webinar, this live session. So let's take a look here on the Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc. Unfortunately, we don't have something right now here. You can see that we have a major downtrend line here. The price has retested it, and now it could come back down, could drop. So I will delete this one from here. The price maybe could move sideways here in the short term, could test and retest maybe the R1, the major downtrend line, before deciding a new direction. A valid breakout here above the major downtrend line could signal further growth, but we really need confirmation here in the short term on this pair. Let's take a look. So the price right now is fighting hard to stabilize above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, above the weekly pivot point. So if the price stabilizes here and makes a new higher high here, then it could continue to increase. But this is not a signal, and if we'll have a signal here, I will come back and post the signal into the VIP Telegram group. And also here, if the price will fail to make a new higher high or a valid breakout, if the price maybe drops here below the medium line, then we can see a new drop here, a new false break out here, a major bearish engulfing, a false breakout here with great separation could bring us a new selling opportunity here. Also maybe a drop below these former lows could bring us a new selling opportunity. So we really have to wait for confirmation here. Valentin. Australian dollar versus the US dollar, guys. I've had a long position here on this one myself, so So let's take a look here, guys. I've told you in my previous analyses, in my live sessions, that the bias is still bullish, the outlook is still bullish. Here in the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, the price has decreased only to retest the medium line of the major descending pitchfork. It has found strong support here at 0.7705, and these false breakdowns here have signaled that the pair could jump higher. So here a new higher high. The aggressive breakout from this range have signaled that the pair could continue to increase, and now it has managed to jump above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork here. Stabilizing, staying above this medium line of the ascending pitchfork could signal a further increase here in the short term towards this major upper medium line of the major descending pitchfork. Maybe the price will jump above the R1, guys. So the bias is still bullish, but it's risky to buy it here as well after this impressive rally, because if the price will fail to stabilize right above this medium line, a false breakout here could signal a temporary drop, and a potential temporary drop could bring us a new long entry from right above these former highs, guys. So if we'll have a new long entry here, I will send you the signal, guys, into the VIP Telegram group. So for those who are not a VIP member, you can join our VIP Telegram group to be able to have access to all our signals, live webinars, trading tutorials, analyses, to full services, only for £35 a month, guys. So you can join our VIP group, guys, to be a VIP member. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is very important. Okay, let's move on and let's talk about DAX, guys. Okay. One moment. Have you posted it on the group? Nothing is there yet. Let me take a look, but I've sent I've updated the group, the Telegram, the VIP Telegram group on gold, and also on the GBP versus the US dollar. Okay, so yeah, let's move forward and let's talk about DAX first of all. Someone wanted me to take a look on this one. So I've updated only the VIP Telegram group because these were VIP signals, guys. So DAX, guys, and let's take a look here. The bias is still bullish, as you can see here. The price failed here to confirm a further drop. So the bias is bullish, and maybe DAX, the German stock index, could continue to increase in the short term if it stabilizes right above this broken resistance 15,373, guys. So here the bias is bullish, and right now we don't have something because it's risky to buy it here, but it could still continue to increase if it stabilizes right above this broken resistance, static resistance. And as you can see here, the price failed to come back down, maybe to retest our major uptrend line. So the bias is still bullish, and if the price will stabilize right above this level, then it could continue to increase, and maybe it will reach this upside line, this dynamic resistance. Okay. Yeah, Valentin, thank you as well. Okay. Now, hello, did you already talked about the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen? No, I will talk about this one as well, but I really have to take a look on other pairs. So let's take a look on the US 30, guys. So same here, the Dow Jones Industrial Average US 30 has increased aggressively, and as you already know from my analysis, the price was trapped here within a range, and I've told you that a valid breakout here above the upper medium line will signal a further growth. So the US 30 has reached here a new all-time high, historical high, 34,926, and it could continue to increase if the US dollar will continue to drop, guys. So we don't have something here because it's risky to buy it here at and around new historical highs. US 100, as you already know, I've told you that personally I want to see something like a retest of the support area, maybe a retest of the major uptrend line before deciding to go long. So here the price could still decrease a little in the short term. Nasdaq, if it fails to stabilize right above the weekly pivot, then it could decrease a little as well, and some retest here, false breakdowns, or any other reversal pattern could bring us a new long entry here on the US 100. Personally, I really want to see something like a drop, maybe false breakdown with great separation, a major bullish engulfing here, and before I will decide to go long on this one, because it's risky here to go long maybe above these highs, because the price could still decrease, okay, in the short term. So the bias is still bullish. The index Nasdaq US 100 is located and traded far above this major uptrend line, so the bias is still bullish, but we need confirmation here. We really need a good entry here. So once I will have a good entry with good risk to reward ratio, I will send you the signal into the VIP Telegram group, guys. And let's move forward and let's talk about silver. Thank you guys for all your messages. We will talk also about the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. We will take a look also on gold again, on the GBP versus the US dollar again, on the euro versus the US dollar. So I will try to answer to all your questions. So let's take a look here on silver. The bias is bullish. The price of silver has registered here a valid breakout above this 150% Fibonacci line, and now is traded right above the first warning line of the ascending pitchfork. So it could continue to increase if the price of gold will continue to increase as well, if the US dollar will continue to depreciate, and the immediate and the next upside target will be here at the R1, guys. The weekly resistance 28,150, guys. So the bias is bullish. Right now is risky to buy it because maybe the price could decrease a little in the short term if the dollar will increase, but the bias is bullish. As you can see here, the price has made new higher highs, higher lows. So even if we'll have a temporary decrease here, the bias is bullish and silver could continue to increase and to approach and reach new targets here. Will you talk about the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen? Yeah, we will talk about the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's take a look again on gold, guys. Yeah, the price of gold increases, but don't worry about that. We really wanted to protect your portfolio, guys. if the price would have decreased. That's why we decided to manage that long position by placing our stop loss right below the immediate low. So don't worry guys, because we'll come back with other great setups on gold. Guys, I really want to get a confirmation here. I really want the price to confirm this breakout here before really deciding to go long again on gold, guys. But we registered a nice profit in the short term today with this long on gold, guys. Okay, let's move on and let's take a look. Let me take a look on your messages. Okay, let's talk about the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. So the pair seems to be at a major support level. Let's take a look. Armand, let's take a look here, and let's start with the daily chart. So yeah, we have a historical support here, static support at this one moment at this former low. We have to wait and see how the price reacts when it will reach 1.2060, guys, and maybe also the weekly support 1.2046. So right now the pair could continue to drop if the DXY will drop further, and as you can see here, the DXY, the US dollar index, is strongly bearish and it could continue to drop here, guys. And as I've told you, it could approach the weekly support 89.80 and 89.69. So that's why the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar could continue to drop in the short term. So the bias is still bearish here on this pair, and we don't have any reversal signal, any buying opportunity. So the bias is still bearish here, and we'll have to wait for confirmation here, or for a reversal pattern, or for a continuation signal. So right now we don't have something here. Thank you, Armand. Okay, let's move on. And so we talked about the US 30. Let's talk about the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, guys. And as you already know, the Japanese yen is bearish. It has depreciated as the Nikkei, the Japanese stock index, has continued to increase here in the short term. So the price failed here to retest this uptrend line. It has registered a new higher high here. It has jumped and it has closed it above the immediate highs, signaling that the index will continue higher. So you can use this correlation in trading. So the Japanese yen depreciates versus its rivals when the Japanese stock index increases. Okay, so we have an upside, a swing higher here. So that's why the Japanese yen has decreased versus the euro, versus the Canadian dollar, versus the GBP, versus the pound, versus the Australian dollar, versus the New Zealand dollar. And right now the price failed to reach the weekly resistance here, the R1, and that's why it could maybe decline to slip lower in the short term, and maybe the Japanese yen will try to increase versus its rivals in the short term. So let's take a look here on the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen. so the Canadian dollar was strongly bullish. And right now the price is located right above this one here, above this upper medium line of the ascending pitchfork. It has registered only a false breakout here with great separation above the R1. I've told you earlier that if the Japanese stock index, if the Nikkei will decrease a little in the short term, then maybe we'll have a temporary decline here on the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen. If the price will fail to stabilize right above the upper medium line, to drop, test, retest, then it could decrease a little. But it's risky to sell it here because the bias is bullish, guys. You can see here that we have an important uptrend. The price has continued to increase within this ascending pitchfork's body. And if the price will stabilize, guys, above this upper medium line, maybe to jump here to stabilize above the R1, maybe we'll have a new long entry, a new buying opportunity here on the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay. Hello, I'm a little bit late, but just wanted to thank you for awesome signals. Yeah, thank you as well. Thank you as well. And as soon as we'll have other great setups and great signals, we will come back and I will post. We will come back and post our signals into the VIP Telegram group, guys, only for you. What about the GBP versus the Canadian dollar? Is it for sell? I see in 30 minutes time frame that is sell signal. So let's take a look there. GBP versus the Canadian dollar. Thank you guys for your messages here. So right now the pound remains strong, guys. So I don't know why you think that this one is a sell, only because the price has failed here maybe to stabilize right above the weekly resistance. But if the price will stabilize right above it, then it will continue higher. So, and as you can see here, yeah, we are at resistance, guys, here in the short term, but maybe we'll have only a temporary drop here. So the price failed once again to close and to stabilize right above 1.7106, and maybe that's why you think that this one is bearish. And yeah, if the pair will stabilize right below the R1, below 1.7106, maybe to close this candle here on the 1 hour, to print a bearish engulfing here, a bearish engulfing here, followed by test, retest, other false breakouts here, stabilization right below the R1, cute signal, potential drop here in the short term. But guys, let's take a look on the 4 hour, because you can see here that the price has found strong support right below the medium line of this descending pitchfork, and failing to stabilize right below the medium line, cute signal, maybe an important growth here, but we'll really need confirmation here. I really don't like this pair right now here. Maybe a new higher high here will really confirm a further growth. And as I've told you, if the price will stabilize below R1, other false breakouts above 1.7106, above R1, could send the price towards this level, 1.7014, towards 78.6%, maybe towards the weekly pivot, towards the medium line, but we'll need confirmation here if the price will register a major drop here. Okay, let's move on, let's move forward. So personally I believe that it's risky to sell it right here because the price failed here to stabilize right below the weekly pivot, right below the medium line. It has failed here to approach to reach the S1, so a new higher high here could signal a further growth here. Yeah, we will talk about the GBP versus the one moment guys, because we have a lot of messages here. The GBP versus the yen, yeah. What about euro versus the GBP? Yeah, we'll talk about euro versus the GBP. We'll talk also about the US oil, about the Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar. Thank you guys. Sorry, just joined it. Did we discuss the GBP? Yeah, we talked about Adam about the GBP versus the US dollar. I will talk again about it soon in a few minutes. Okay, let's take a look guys. So let's take a look on the GBP versus the Japanese yen. So this one is bullish. The price has managed to jump above 153.36 guys. Static resistance. We had something here like a continuation pattern in the short term, and this aggressive breakout here from this continuation pattern has signaled the further growth here above the R1, so the bias is bullish, and let's wait to see how the price reacts here after jumping above this static resistance. Maybe a temporary consolidation here could bring us a new long entry. So the bias is bullish, but we don't have something right now here because this could still be a false breakout here. We need confirmation. We need the price to confirm our breakout here. Okay, so we talked about this one. Euro versus the Canadian dollar, very quick here. So here the bias is still bearish. As you can see here, the price is traded far below a major downtrend line, and now is at, we had here a breakdown below this former low, below 1.4726, and the price has increased a little, has rebounded to retest it, to retest the weekly pivot, maybe this immediate downtrend line. So if the price maybe stabilizes right below this broken static support, and if it makes a new lower low here, then maybe we'll have a selling opportunity, and a new lower low here could signal that the pair could continue to drop. Okay, have you done US dollar versus the Japanese yen? No, we'll talk about this one as well. We talked about Nasdaq, guys. The Nasdaq, the US 100 is bullish, so right now we don't have something, and personally I really want to see a strong consolidation here. Short-term bullish reversal there before we'll consider to go long there. So let me take a look on your messages. Thank you guys for all your messages. Whoa, we have a lot of messages here, a lot of questions. Thank you guys for being here live with me. Okay, so Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar. I will really try to answer to all your questions. So here we may have an upside movement. So the price has failed here to approach to reach our medium line. It has found support right on this inside sliding line on the weekly support, and now it could challenge and pressure this resistance area. So the price is almost to reach this resistance area represented by the R1, the weekly resistance. Also we have here the upper medium line of the descending pitchfork. So personally I believe that only a valid breakout here, test retest, could really bring us a maybe buying opportunity that could confirm a bullish reversal here, further growth here. So we really need to confirmation here as well. We have to wait for a confirmation, guys, because here in the short term, yeah, the price continues to move somehow sideways here, guys, and any false breakout here with great separation above R1, above the upper medium line, could send the price down again. That's why I really want to wait for a valid breakout here before considering going long, guys. Okay, we'll talk about the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen right now. One moment. So guys, if you like our analysis, our services, you can like our video here, our live session. It will be highly appreciated. So New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen. I've told you that the Japanese yen could increase a little in the short term if the Nikkei, if the Japanese stock index will slip lower in the short term. So here the bias is still bullish, but as you can see, the pair is into a resistance area here after jumping right above this former high above 79,212. So only if the price will maybe stabilize above it, then it could continue higher, or if this breakout will be invalidated, if the price will drop here, test, retest, then it could decrease a little in the short term. So we'll have to wait for confirmation, guys, here as well. Unfortunately, we cannot buy it here, we cannot sell it here, because we may have only a temporary decline here, only a minor decrease here. The Japanese yen could continue to depreciate if the Japanese stock index, the Nikkei, will continue higher after a temporary decline. So maybe a consolidation here, a minor decrease, a new higher high could bring us a new long entry, a new buying opportunity. Please talk about the Swiss franc versus the Japanese yen. The multi-year resistance broke. Thank you, Linda, for your message. GPI. So if you remember from my analysis from my live sessions, I've told you in the previous weeks that we may have here a further growth after the price has escaped from this triangle here. The price has failed here to approach the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, so the price has registered a valid breakout from this major descending pitchfork. It has retested the upper medium line, and here the aggressive breakout above these former highs have signaled a further growth here on this pair. So the bias is bullish. We had an opportunity here after the price has jumped above the former highs, and yeah, right now the pair it has confirmed a further growth, a further potential growth here after jumping above 118.86, guys. So this aggressive breakout has signaled that this pair could continue higher. Maybe we'll have to wait for a new and a temporary decline before finding a new long entry on this one. So the bias is bullish, but it's risky to buy it here at the weekly resistance R1, right below this first warning line of the former descending pitchfork. So personally I believe that a temporary decline here could bring us a new long opportunity on the Swiss franc versus the Japanese yen. Thank you, Linda, for your message, for being here. Okay, we talked about the New Zealand versus the Japanese yen. I've talked about Eurocad, also about the GBP versus CAD versus the Canadian dollar. Let's take a look on the Australian dollar. Oh, we talked about the Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar, but let's take a look again on this one. So we really need something like a valid breakout here to confirm further growth. And technically, guys, so we have here a descending pitchfork. The price failed to approach to reach the medium line, and if the price will make a valid breakout here above the upper medium line, then technically the price could increase and to approach this pivot, guys, this former high. If the price fails to approach to reach the medium line, a valid breakout from this descending pitchfork body could signal a further growth, maybe towards 1.0937, and when I will get the confirmation, I will send you the signal into the VIP Telegram group. So join our VIP Telegram group, guys. You can access the link posted right below this video to join our VIP Telegram group for only £35 a week. Oh, a month, guys. Sorry guys. Yeah, we'll talk about Nasdaq US 100 again, because some of you want me to take a look on Nasdaq as well. Again, we talked about Nasdaq earlier, about US 100. So let's start with the daily chart here, guys. So you can see here that this index increases within, or it has increased within an up channel. So the bias and the outlook is still bullish as long as the price stays above this major uptrend line. So as long as the price stays above it, the bias is bullish. And I've told you earlier that personally I would like to see here a retest or a false breakdown with great separation, a major bullish engulfing, or any other reversal pattern in the short term before deciding to go long. So the US 100 could decrease a little in the short term. And let's go back to the DXY to take a look. Yeah, in the short term, the DXY has rebounded here from its today's low. So personally I believe that if the US dollar will increase a little in the short term after its sell-off, then the US equities, the US 100, the Nasdaq, the US 30, maybe the US 500 could decrease in the short term. So I've told you earlier that the price failed here to stabilize right above the weekly pivot, and now it could come back to come back towards the weekly support 13,425.3, towards this level, this support area, towards the uptrend line. And I really want to see how the price will react again in this area. Sir, are you going to give any free signal in our Telegram channel today? I really don't know. I will take a look on my setups, and if I'll find something great, I will send maybe a free signal. I don't know right now, but maybe we'll send more signals today into the VIP Telegram group for VIP members, guys. As you already know, we send only maybe through 3 signals per week into the free Telegram group, so don't hesitate to become a VIP member to get all our signals. So right now I really want to see how the price will react here, because if the price will register only false breakdowns with gray separation to drop right below this support area and to close far above, followed maybe by a strongly bullish candle, then we'll have maybe a confirmation that the US 100, the Nasdaq, could increase again, okay, and we'll have a great buying opportunity. Also maybe a rejection from this area followed by a new higher high here could confirm a further growth here, but I really want to wait to see how the price reacts here, because it's hard to believe that the price will make a valid breakdown here and to confirm a major corrective phase here on the US 100. Okay, so I really want to wait for a new buying opportunity, for a new buying signal here, and I will send you the signal into the VIP Telegram group. Sergio, did you do euro versus the Japanese versus the pound, the euro versus the British pound? So let's take a look again. And yeah, you already know, I've told you in my previous webinars that the price was at resistance here. The medium line of the ascending pitchfork has rejected the price. Here the price has failed to make a valid breakout above 0.8719 or to approach to reach the medium line, and now it has decreased, so the drop was expected. The pound is strongly bullish in the short term, so here the bias is bearish right now, and we have an immediate downside target here at S2 weekly support, also at the lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork. And I really believe that only a false breakdown here with great separation, a reversal pattern here in the short term on the lower medium line on the S2 could bring us a new long entry, a new upside momentum in the short term, guys. Okay, so here we have something like a sideways movement, temporary range, guys, and I really want the price to escape from this range before I will consider going long or short. Okay, so if the price will register a valid breakdown from this pattern, also valid breakdown from this ascending pitchfork as retest of the lower medium line, then maybe we'll have a selling opportunity here. Or if we'll have only false breakdowns here, the price to increase, and the valid breakout here could signal an important growth here on the euro versus the British pound. And you can see here that the price is still trapped within this major descending pitchfork. It has failed here again to approach to reach the upper medium line, so the bias is still bearish, the selling pressure is still high here as the pound is strongly bullish. So I really want to see a valid breakdown or a valid breakout before considering going long or short. Can you take one more look into GBP versus the US dollar? Yeah, let's take a look. So right now we have here a strong sell-off in the short term. I've told you that the price could move the R2. It could decrease a little in the short term before resuming its upside movement, so the bias is still bullish. The price could continue to increase after this temporary decline here. Okay, that's why let's go back to our real account here, our MetaTrader account. So I've decided here to move our stop loss from break even to right below this immediate low to secure some pips, but this decline here could be only a temporary one before the price will resume its growth. So right now in the short term on the GBP versus US dollar, a temporary decline could be natural, guys. So the price has reached here the R2. It has registered an amazing rally here, so that's why it could decrease a little in the short term. So even if the price will retest the R1, the medium line, before jumping higher, our position is safe because we decided to place our stop loss to lock in some pips, some profit. So, or if the price will increase to stabilize right above R2, then it could and it should continue to increase towards our second take profit. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you as well. Okay, I will take a look also on the, let's take a look on the Eurocad. One moment. I've talked about this one on 2-hour time frame. So right now the pair is at short term and near term support. It has jumped above the downtrend line, the immediate downtrend line, but the pressure is still high here. I've told you that we have a major downtrend line here. Right now it's pressuring again the weekly pivot point, and only something like this, maybe a valid breakout here above the pivot point, a new higher high could signal a temporary and short-term upside movement here on the euro versus the Canadian dollar. Guys, thank you for your great VIP signals, so worth the monthly fee. Thank you, Paula, as well. So here on the Eurocad, a valid breakout, here a new higher high could signal maybe a temporary rebound, the swing higher towards this major downtrend line. Okay, but only if the price will make a new higher high here, because if the price will make a false breakout here, if it will fail to stabilize right above the pivot point, then it could decrease again, and I've told you that a new lower low here could signal an important drop here. Okay, let's move forward. Hello there from Kenya, hello as well. Thank you for being here. If you have more questions, if you want me to look on other markets, US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's take a look on the 4-hour chart, guys. One moment, I will delete these from here also. So the US dollar versus the Japanese yen maintains a bullish bias, a bullish perspective outlook, as long as the pair is located above this uptrend line. So right now it has decreased a little, as the DXY has decreased in the short term, as you already know. We talked about Fendi, we talked about the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, but I will take a look again on this currency pair. So let's take a look here on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen right now. So the pair has decreased a little in the short term, only because the DXY, the US dollar index, has decreased a little. So we had a temporary drop here, but the price has found support again at 108.57. It has registered only a false breakdown with great separation here below 108.43, guys. And now it could come back higher if the DXY will jump higher again. Okay, but we really need confirmation here. It's risky here to buy it here from below the weekly pivot, but I've told you that the bias is bullish and the pair could continue to increase as long as it stays above this uptrend line. And personally, I believe that maybe a valid breakout above this immediate and minor downtrend line could really signal a further growth and could bring us a new buying opportunity on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay, so we really need confirmation here, and personally I would like to see here maybe false breakdowns, test retests, reversal patterns in this area, in this support area, before considering going long again on this pair. Hello there, and also thank for the great work. I was wondering if you can send crypto signals on weekends. Yeah, as you Arman, as you already know, we have another Telegram group for cryptocurrencies, a VIP crypto Telegram group, so you can join that group as well. And I believe that someone else is managing that VIP and that cryptocurrencies Telegram group, so I really believe that we have signals into the weekends as well on that crypto Telegram group. Yeah, they have a separate crypto channel. Yeah, we have a separate crypto channel, and someone else is managing that Telegram channel, guys. So you can join that channel as well. You can visit our website and you can search into the menu, the crypto section, the crypto menu, and you can find that there you can find our crypto Telegram group or our crypto services, full services. Okay, so you can join our crypto channel as well. Okay guys, let's take a look again on the, personally I believe here that only maybe something like this, maybe a valid breakdown here, new lower low, could bring us a reversal here on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen, and this scenario could take shape only if the DXY will continue to drop, and only if the Nikkei, the Japanese stock index, will drop further as well. Okay, but right now the bias and the outlook is still bullish. We'll talk also about US 500, also about Bitcoin, about Ethereum. So this one is still bullish. It has registered a new higher high here, maybe a temporary decline here registered by the US 500 above the S&P 500, could bring us a new long entry, a new buying opportunity if the price will come back to retest the broken levels, maybe the weekly pivot. So the bias is still bullish here, guys. The price is traded far above a major uptrend line, so the bias is still bullish, guys. We had the temporary consolidation here, and now we have a new higher high confirming strong buyers and the potential further growth if the US dollar will continue to depreciate, guys. All right then, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Arman. Okay, let's take a look also on the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar again. Thank you, Fendi. So as I've said earlier, we have a major and historical static support at 1.3060. Also we have support here at S1, and now it's risky to sell it, it's risky to buy it as the bias is bearish. We'll see how the price will react here in this area. If we'll have a major reversal pattern here, then we could think that the pair could turn to the upside in the short term, but right now, and as you can see, the pair is traded right below this immediate downtrend line, so the bias is bearish, and the pair could continue to drop. It could drop anytime if the DXY will drop. Okay, so we don't have something here, the bias is bearish, and here we have a strong support area. We'll see how the price will react here right on this support area. A valid breakdown could really confirm us that this pair will extend its decline and will continue to drop, guys. Let's take a look again on the GBP versus US dollar, and I will talk soon about Bitcoin. Yeah, take a look here, guys. I've told you that we may still have only a temporary drop here in the GBP versus US dollar, and I've told you that this pair could still increase and could approach and reach our second target, guys. Let's take a look also here on the real account on MetaTrader 4. I've decided here today to manage live this trade, this long position in GBP versus US dollar, to place our stop loss right below this former low here. And right now I'm still waiting for the price to reach our target, guys. So this could be only a temporary drop, and the price could validate and confirm its breakout above R2, and it could approach and reach our upper medium line. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin is trading in the red right now after reaching the static resistance 59,473.90, and now it could maybe test and retest the weekly pivot again before deciding to go higher again. The bias is bullish, guys. You can see here that the price is traded above the immediate uptrend lines, so false breakdowns here below the weekly pivot, below the immediate support and dynamic support levels, lines below the uptrend lines could bring us a new leg higher, a new bullish momentum, and could also bring us new long opportunities here on Bitcoin, guys. So this could be only a temporary drop, test retests here before going higher, guys. The price reached a static resistance area, that's why it has increased a little in the short term, but the bias is still bullish as long as the price stays above the immediate uptrend lines, above the weekly pivot. The price has registered here a false breakdown below it, so the bias is bullish, and I really believe that something like a new higher high here could signal of important growth, a further growth. A valid breakout here above 59,473, above the second warning line, could really signal a further growth here registered by Bitcoin towards this former uptrend line, towards S2, towards this all-time high, towards our historical high, 64,895.22, guys. But we really need confirmation here as well in the short term, and this could be only a temporary decline here, guys. Ethereum, one moment. So the price of Ethereum has continued to increase. I've told you here that a new higher high, a valid breakout, could confirm and could signal a further growth here registered by the Ethereum. It's risky to buy it here even if the price will continue to increase, because guys, the price has reached fresh historical highs, new all-time highs, and the bias will be bullish as long as the price stays above this immediate uptrend line. The next potential resistance could be here at 42.91, 4,291.92 guys. So it could approach and reach this new target, guys. It is strongly bullish. Ripple, guys, it has decreased a little in the short term after reaching again the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. I've drawn here a descending pitchfork only to catch this downside movement, but I really believe that if the price stays above this lower medium line and if it makes a valid breakout above this upper medium line of the minor descending pitchfork, could signal a new bullish momentum here on Ripple, guys. And maybe if we'll have a confirmation here, I will send you also the buying signal into the VIP Telegram group. The bias is still bullish here as long as the price stays within the ascending pitchfork body above the lower medium line. Here it has failed to approach to reach the medium line of the minor descending pitchfork, signaling strong buyers. So this could be only a temporary drop here, false breakout, but if we'll have a valid breakout here, a new higher high, then we'll get confirmation that Ripple could continue to increase, could move higher. Please guys, if you have more questions, if you want me to look on other markets, that's why I'm here. Let's take a look on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar again. So the price could stabilize right above the medium line and could continue to increase. New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar, guys. The price has rallied, has continued to increase. If you remember, here we had a selling position, a short position. It was closed at break even. I've told you guys that this false breakdown here below the medium line could send the price higher. So that's why we decided to close our short position at break even. And right now the price, the pair has reached the upper medium line of the ascending pitchfork. So it is at resistance right now, and only a valid breakout here could signal a further growth towards R1, towards this upper medium line of the descending pitchfork. So we really need confirmation here as well. We had an important and a strong swing higher here. So we really need confirmation. Euro versus the US dollar. So I've told you guys that the pair has found support at 1.1999. The DXY's sell-off after the poor non-farm payrolls data has sent the price higher, and now the pair is traded far above this broken downtrend line, above the weekly pivot, above this former high. So the bias is bullish, guys. Personally, I would have liked it to see something like this, a drop here, test retest, before Euro versus US dollar would have developed a new leg higher. Okay, Aaron, cool. Commodities, yeah, we talked about silver, we talked about gold, and I will take a look also on the US oil soon, in a few minutes, in 2 minutes. Okay, right after I will finish here with Euro versus the US dollar. So personally, I would have liked to see something like this, a temporary drop, test retest of the support levels, former resistance levels. Resistance has turned into support here before the price would continue to increase. Okay, the price could continue to increase without the temporary drop, but maybe it's risky in the short term to buy it here, only because the price could still make this move here to drop a little. to retest all these levels before continuing to increase. Okay, also stabilizing right above 1.2150, good signal for the growth towards R1. Weekly resistance 1.2227 towards R2, sorry guys, 1.2291. And here we have the upper medium line of a major descending pitchfork, which is seen as a major upside target, guys. So the bias is bullish. The price has finally here managed to stabilize and to come back to register a valid breakout here above this downtrend line. So the bias is bullish. It's traded far above this new uptrend line. Maybe a consolidation here or a temporary decline could bring us a new buying opportunity, a new buying signal. Okay, hi, I am new here. Can I follow you in Insta? Yeah, we have an Instagram account, but right now it's closed. Something happened, I don't know, but I really hope that our Instagram account will be available soon again. Okay, so yeah, you can find us, learn to trade in Instagram as well, and I really hope that our account will be active again soon. Okay, so let's move on and let's talk about the US oil. I really hope that we'll have a new buying opportunity on the euro versus the US dollar after a temporary consolidation in the short term or after a temporary drop. US oil, I've told you that here we have a strong resistance area. We have here the weekly resistance R1, the upper medium line of the descending pitchfork. Also the area between 66.58 and 65.62 represents a major static resistance area. So I've told you that we may have a temporary decline here. The price has opened with a gap up here, and now it has closed this gap, signaling that we may have here maybe a temporary decline. You can see that the price has dropped right below the immediate uptrend line. Maybe a new lower low could really signal a further decline towards S1, towards the medium line, towards 62, 63 level. Okay, so here we really need to wait for either an important decline before deciding to go long, or for maybe a valid breakout here before considering going long again. That's why we don't want to post any signals here on the US oil or to place any trades on the US oil right now, because we really need to wait for a confirmation, because the price could register a strong drop here in the short term before going long, before going higher again. Tesla, let's take a look. Armand. So let's take a look on Tesla as well. And let's start with a daily chart. So here we have an uptrend. The price was into a corrective phase, as you can see here. Okay, it has found strong support on the 38.2 retracement level, percent retracement level. It has increased. Unfortunately, it has failed here to stabilize right above these immediate former highs, above the 23.6. So right now it has decreased again. The price has dropped here on the daily chart right below the immediate and below a minor uptrend line, signaling that Tesla could slip lower, could drop in the short term here. Let's take a look and let's try here to draw a potential descending pitchfork here. So as long as the price stays above the 38.2, above the uptrend line, the bias is bullish, guys. So this temporary drop decline could help us, or could help the buyers to catch a new upside movement from maybe around the 38.2% level, from right above the uptrend line here. So right now it's risky to buy it from here. One moment. And I really believe that maybe something like this, maybe a valid breakout above the immediate downtrend line, could signal a new upside movement. So this could still be only a temporary drop on Tesla. After its failure here to stabilize right above these former highs, above the 23.6. So it could come back towards the 38.2 to retest it before jumping higher again. Unfortunately, this breakdown here below this immediate uptrend line signaled that the price could drop in the short term, could drop towards S2, towards this support area. And let's take a look also on the 4-hour chart. So because I really want to draw something here. Something like an ascending pitchfork, 1, 2, and 3, guys. And let's select another color. And you can see here as well that the price failed here to approach the medium line, to reach the medium line. It has increased within this up channel, and now it has dropped also below the lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork, signaling a potential drop in the short term here as well. It has opened with a gap down, and here in the short term, closing below 648.12, former low, static support below the S1, test retest here could signal further decline here registered by Tesla.